Hey there, Gemini. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe down below, baby. It is free as always. I also want to give a big shout out and a welcome to our new subscribers here. YouTube doesn't have any other way for me to titillate their buttons, give you stars, unicorns, rainbows, jolly green giants. I don't know. But I do want to tell you hello and welcome to the family. It's a divinement here where we can empower each other to be bold, bright, and beautiful right now, here as you are. No self-development, just self-discovery, baby. Discovering the soul and the star that you are. I'm excited about it. How about you? Now, Gemini, it seems that there is a season of change coming in for you. Look at this. All right. We have the Page of Swords going on the surface with what life is affording you is this opportunity to turn it around with one swift move. One swift move, your determination, your decision, all of a sudden turns it on a dime. And it causes a little kick up of some dust, but not no rusty dust, not no crusty dust, but like dust of Jupiter, drops of Jupiter, Saturn, all that good divinement, luck, prosperity, those sort of things. But they're asking you, so there's a format going on here about life itself and what it's going to afford you and to empower you in. And that's the channel that this is coming in on. It's the power of change in this opening, especially clairaudient. So you're going to be getting some auditory type messages. So you need to silence that mind chatter that's been going on, the pattern, the wheel that's been turning forever, blinding yourself in order to raise your hearing. They're like, no, we want all your senses. We want you in that divinement. We want you in that dynamic of being able to see and hear. Okay, to be able to have the power and authority, to be willing and able, not disabled, unable. Okay, so that's what they're talking about. And if anybody here is disabled, you know that is not talking to you. And so don't anybody be rude. I love you all because we're not just disabled, we're this abled. Because no matter what form we're in, we are able now. We are beautiful now. We are empowered now. We have something fantastic and magical about each of us right now. We are a colorful crayon and we're going to color this world with our love, right, friends? So, but you're telling me there's like a bit of like inaction. There's kind of some laying down on the job. Maybe you aren't awake in time. Maybe sleeping in, laying down on the job, not totally listening. So they're saying, they're talking about making time to listen, making time to process, making time to receive. Yes, because the stars start shooting out. Where are our stars? Okay, they want me to go into the pearls here to get a star for you of what they are wanting to share. Thank you, living water, because that's the living water that Big Papa was talking about bringing on in. And excuse me while I go retrieve your star, okay? Heavenly switchboard operator here. I will bring it right to you, friend, because I love us all. We're the whole zodiac, right? All of us have Gemini in us. We ain't just one slice of the pie. We have the whole delicious pie. So this is the healer of ages. That's what they're wanting to afford you is this channel. This divinement is talking about your true physical health in life. They're talking about vitality. And now vitality, the root word is vital, necessary, abundant. It's something there that's vibrating. And if you don't know it's there, you're not going to receive it. If you don't know it's there, you're not going to awaken it. You're not going to allow it to rise up. And they're very much showing me your empowerment. And they're talking about Mary L. And I see you. Yes, you had buried it. You had buried it under an old mindset. This is like I hear fear the reaper. It's like waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the pen to drop, waiting for the mic to drop, and feeling like life has this leverage over you, right? And that you're only a recipient of whatever happens. You're not a diviner, a creator, that type of thing. And this isn't so much in your mind right now. It's something that's just still kind of like activating your heart space, in your chest zone. But see, that also goes all the way across to open your arms all the way up. And that is your arms, your hands, your wrists, a lot of your ability where we manipulate, because manipulate means manny, to move with the hand, your handiness. So what we do represents who we are. So if this is what's been coming through there, and it's the grim reaper, fear the reaper, this is you having no power because your horse is your power. And if the head of your horse is dead, you be dead. It's not a headless horseman, it's a deadless horse. You got a dead horse going on. And you ain't beating it, you riding it. I don't know how y'all got on that same page and you riding a dead horse, but that is not what it's about. They're talking over here about that goldness. This ability and power should be in the place where this is. All right. And this is phasing out if you'll let it. It's phasing out if you will let it and not kick up that dust, that divinement. That is so different. And that's why they wanted to start here and kick off with the power is in your hands. One decision is all it takes. And that's letting me know you do have the commitment to yourself. You just didn't know necessarily that this was still there. You thought it was like a thing. You didn't realize this was a mindset. And it is. It's a mindset. And it was covering your empowerment. Look at that. These lions aren't fighting. They are divining. This is your truth. This is the truth of who you are, of your power and your authority, okay? Because the red is our destiny and the gold is our divinity, and then the white is the purity within. The trusting that it all works together, it all works out, that this is the battery and this is what it jumps across, the action potential, right? So activating it with a pure heart is trusting yourself. Trusting yourself so you can trust all of life and how it works, It bypasses the ignorance. Okay, it is a cycle and a circuit that this is there just to hold space for new dreams, new divinity, for growth, for development, for that type of thing. So I'm going to slap that. I'm going to just rub it all over this card. I'm going to just rub it, cleanse and scrub. I'm Brilloing, buffing, stand in that mindset of yours, and we're just going to put it right over it. Okay, we're going to supplant it. That means to take the place of, because this love has been looking at this. Let love in, two lips, straight as an arrow, straight shooter, divinement, beauty, life, uprightness, effortless simplicity. That's what it's been standing in the way of. And it's been playing out a reality over and over again. And our reality and truth don't have to be the same thing. We can think they are. It's like, well, this is the way my life is. But no, this is where it supplanted it. This thing actually supplanted your origin and your truth. And this came in as your battery. It's like, yeah, I'm going to live out this self-fulfilling prophecy type of thing, okay? But this is really the truth, and we've put it back in place. Be the star that you are. Open for opportunities, open for favor, receptive, and reaching out to connect with yourself, with life, with the creative power. They're talking about putting on the heavenly toothbrush. That's so funny. Like the stars in your, the sparkle in your shine, the sparkle in your smile. That's what they're talking about. Okay. Letting your smile radiate and shine. Okay. There we go. That's pretty simple. And then that makes the way for everything else and affords everything else. Like we've been talking about through certain signs. If you watch more than one here, right? Because we are the whole zodiac. They're talking about that concavement that the bobsled goes down. It's sculpted and it's carved out and it's ready for you to go, to just get on and go. And that's so much of what you have going here. Once you give yourself permission, you make that decision, you make that turn. But what's fantastic about that is it brings in and it alters this wheel of fortune. This wheel of fortune that you can turn it around. You can turn and face your future, move into your destiny, go forward into the wild blue yonder. Ooh, who's that for, baby? Wild. All of a sudden I look and your earth heart goes kaplunk. I mean, talk about hitting you in the heart. And this isn't a punch, this isn't a wow, because remember we supplanted that mucky muck of the mind, okay, that fuggy muck going on there. And we just placed it, and here is your truth, mind, body, and soul. That resonates from your mind to your body to your soul. And that was soul speak from yourself to yourself. Wild blue yonder. You got some wild up in there, and you rising up because Gemini, you see your pillar. You have buried yourself, suppressed yourself, pushed yourself down, yoked yourself, weighted yourself. You tried everything, but you're always going to rise, friend. You can't hide, Gemini. I love you. You cannot hide. And this is you coming into the crosshairs of your truth, and you're like, all right, she sees us. I guess it's time. And they're like, for what? Oh, for the card that we had pulled. Okay, the healer of the ages. It's time to manifest yourself. All right. And that manifest is just coming, remember, from the hands, the handiness, right? Which is Gemini's zone. It is your hands. So that lets me know you're fully of the heart. So this is definitely about you, because when you come and put these two together, it is the whole heart. They want it this way. It is the whole heart. This is the upper heart, like in this region, this zone, that is like the purity, the inspiration, the high hope of children, their direction, their focus, their knowing that all they got to do is want it bad enough. They just desire it, and they connect. They dream about it, they think about it, they feel it moving through their feelings. Okay. And then that causes this drop, right? You like, boink. Okay. Shebang. There we go. And what is it? It's that living water. So no more this. You turn up. You've received it. Here it is. It was on its way and it is here now. Okay, so alongside this it's funny how I got launched up here by the 7 of coins, which we'll be getting to. But they're saying, well, we'll get to that in a minute, but tell them what's happening right now. Get cozy. Get comfortable with this new way of life. The decision, this one decision that you make affords you everything. Okay, forward motion. Like, these horses aren't at odds here. They're walking in step. They're in tandem. They're in unison. All right, the forces of light and dark have aligned. Your sun and your moon have aligned. There's no more trickery, no more projection, no more shadow of turning, no more shadow of doubt. None of that. It's all dispelled. It's all gone. And the song of the ancients begins to wake up and speak over you. That's the dust beginning to speak. It's the stardust awakening the one who is able to walk upon the earth imperceptibly. Unable to be perceived. That means you can't be foiled. That's what you're talking about here. Meaning you can't be afraid that, oh God, if I speak it out, someone's going to get it and take it from me. Or, it dispels all insecurity. That's what you're talking about. So they're saying get cozy with being confident. Get cozy with being self-assured. Look at all this coming out. These aren't X's marking out. These are like treasure maps, like ding, 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 all up in here in your stars of how many times you hit your mark over and over and over again. You dream it, it will come. You dream it, it happens. You dream it, it arrives. I mean, they're like, we got to get a whole crew of us, and this is double power. That you got them working double time. Spirit world's working double time, coming down, bringing your blessings. You like, who needs Christmas? If I'm going to dream it, I'm my genie. I'm the wild blue yoni. I'm going to do it right now. And I'm going to compliment myself. I'm going to say, I'm fine. I'm beautiful. Look at this in my medicine wheel. Look at this in my dreamer. I'm the dreamer of dreams. And I cause the warmth of my sun, of my attention, of my love, my nurturing and appreciation of myself. Opens the rose, opens the fragrance, opens the softness, the gentleness, the kindness, the lovingness, the receptivity, the divine fruit of heaven. Okay, so with that, they're still wanting to point back to the living water because these are coming in underneath the 7 of coins and the 7 of wands. And as we know, wands, they're warmth, right? And they warm up the soil. Remember how we were talking about the light and the divine and the nurturing of yourself, of letting your own passion fuel your prosperity, fuel you up, levels you up, and you're able to work, again, double time. Look how there's so much more above than there is below. Time is not running out. Time is like almost like affording you more. You can spend time or you can spend money. Money equals time, that type of thing. It's how you do. Somehow you're a mastermind of time. You have an understanding, almost like a musician, somebody can read the music. You understand the meat, M-E-T-E, the meter and the measure of it coming on out, and how to the rhythm and the flow to create that divine sway is what you're talking about. And look at the power in all these coins. That is what is showing up at the health and the healing in your life. This is it. It's no more of that like displacement energy going on with the 7 of wands. There's no more of that wound, whining and talking and feeling left out and taking over. You're talking about your conjunction. I don't know, because there's a card sitting off over here that I had to like peel off to even get, because they're going, Joy, get those 2 cards. I'm like, get out the way so we can look. So what's this conjunction function? What's your junction? Conjunction, junction, what's your function? If you're old enough, you'll know exactly what I'm saying that. Bleeding out. So it was talking about your power chakra, your base root, your sacrum, your ruby, not appreciating yourself. Knowing who you are, respecting who you are. And we don't have to command or demand anyone else respect it. We just step off when they disrespect. People learn way more by what occurs by example than they ever do by your mouth. So when it starts getting all set too much up on your energy, you just withdraw and move around. You got plenty of other things you can enjoy. They're saying, I mean, because like, look, bing, 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 bing. That's you hitting the jackpot over and over and over again. The favor, those opportunities that the healer of the ages is having here. The restorative power of you, of being able to nurture and nourish yourself. You don't need anybody else. You're becoming whole in yourself. And that's the purity of heart and mind coming on in and clearing of your vision. So with that, you're going to step into the divine 20 is what I am calling them for you, because one is 38 and one is 18 and the space in between is 20, and they're saying 20 is plenty. 20 minutes, 20 days, I don't know. But all I do know is your head's going to spin and you're going to follow through. That's what I do know, because you see it's come all the way around. Like when you swing a bat, right? Or you throw a frisbee, you have to do the full follow through so you don't hurt yourself. Carry the momentum all the way through, even though what you want has already occurred, so that it can go all the way through and benefit you as well. Follow through. And there is a flock of seagulls not coming to poop on your head. There's a whole lot of spirit coming on in with some messages for you. So let's get it and let's see where those messages are. Where are you? Okay, we're going in here. We're going to do a big old dive into the body, mind, and soul. The body, mind, and soul for Gemini. Well, that is a whole lot. Why? When y'all insist and the stuff is big, I am like, what is up? Look at that brick of love. You know, sowing the seeds of love, a brick of love. They're talking about building a house, babe. That fine house is you. Foundational truths, the empowerment, that's what is across the wild blue yonder. That is what is across those many waters on the other side. That is your battery. I mean, you talk about your juice. You can't even fathom the stars that will be in your eyes when you were there. Nor the tenacity that you have, that when you get there, determination, you'll have grit. And it's not like just this hard bearing down. It's just innate and natural, and it awakens in you. And now you are fully lit up. And they're saying happy birthday to you. So by your birthday, happy birthday to you. Okay, healer of the ages. He's like, open those books, Joy. You see all this going here? Talk about building the foundation. So let's go on in and we're just going to run and hit it. It's talking about self-love. That's the otherness that you needed. You are your other. Okay? Everything that occurs in the world, because 6 is the number of others, of people of service, of that thing all around you. They're saying be of service to yourself. Serve yourself, love yourself, worship yourself. This is the divine, that purity of the heart, the being able to see that divine connection, you know, that life is listening to you, leaning into you, wanting to divine with you. You're the other that they seek, the chosen one, okay? There's a lot of magic going on around you in the mystery, and you're saying it's no mystery to me, and I know, and that's why Healer of the Ages is like, bring it, tell it, and see. Then all that inspiration, all those great ideas, they even begin to populate your mind, and not just like in the mind space, in the head space, Gemini, they come out for all to see. They come out and you are a garden of delights. I love that. And they're saying, be fierce about it. Remember, we're talking about the grit, you know, the grit coming on in here. Like hold on to your mind. No more losing your mind, giving up the fight, like letting other people. They always say the one who is more devoted to their idea is the one who's going to win out in an argument, in a struggle, in an understanding. So they're saying, be determined to be yourself. Be determined to be yourself, and you will awaken and open the headwaters of heaven. It's almost like taking your sword and ripping a fabric, a canvas, like awning, like a fabric, and all the water comes pouring down. But this is everlasting water. This is the waters of heaven and your divine connection opening up above you, over you, and that makes you dynamic and of dunamis power. Dunamis is like an exponent, okay? It's not 16 plus 16. I mean, it's like 16 to the second power. So 16 times 16, okay? It's that type of energy coming on in, and that awakens you, and somehow you become love struck in your mind. How does your mind fall in love? I don't know, but that's what you're showing. And talk about awakening, because like mountains were this rupture in the earth, like the plates, they couldn't take the contact and the friction anymore. So finally they just make their way up, and these mountains were born out of thin air, plain air. These mountains were born out of your passion. These aren't mountains that get in your way like mountains out of molehills. These are like mountains that cause you to mount up, to rise up, to gain new perspectives, to continue with those fostering of the ideas, to see yourself more grand than you ever had. And that's funny because as I go to lift, it leaves this. Stirring your hunger, goldening your moon. Talk about your moon and your sun a lot. And you're like goldening your moon. She's all dripping and swirling. She's like, that's right. That's what's happening down here. Some of you have your moon in your loins. Your feelings are trapped in your loins. And you're talking about that is your divinity. Your divine loins. Well, Gemini, I'm going to just leave that with you right there. You're talking about, woohoo, that's the passion that's erupting. That's why this Wolverine is actually your Jupiter. So for men, that's you in the lower realm awakening. For the rest of us, it is our power. It is our luck. It is our expansion. And it's like awakening. It's like, it is opening a whole like divine light into the universe and giving the sun wings. Okay. You just like, you storytelling today, friend. I don't know what's going on here. And that awakens your beauty. Oh, look, that's funny because beauty is 20. I don't know if y'all can see it in the light of this camera. Remember down here with the, I don't know, these cards are going everywhere as they're talking. But between the shaman and wherever they went, I don't even know. Oh, there they are, hidden up underneath. The shaman and the earth keeper. Between those, the space in between is the beauty. Calling all life unto yourself. Trusting yourself, the bubbliness, the excitement. It's very much, you know, that pink, that high heart, the youthfulness. Children aren't ashamed to be exuberant. They're not afraid to be it. It's not always what's coming out of your mouth. It's just the light emanating, like almost lifting you up off of your toes, right, into this world, because there's such enthusiasm and awakening of the day. Awakening the beginnings of the cosmic murmurings is what you're talking about. The underlying gods speak. It's almost like a language you've never known before. You're telling me to get you a key. All right. So they're saying displace this, the flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. But they're talking about disappointment in yourself because 2222 was just on there. Because what you hold on to is what you will continue to receive again and again and again. And they're like heavy on the SEE. Okay? This is the block. This is blocking that. Okay? And that is like the pupil of your eye, the apple of your eye, the fruit of your eye, your beauty, your delight, which we were already talking about with that swan. And this is like that blindfold coming off because you can trust what you see. And you will see what you say. And that's why the great seer's like, seer's gonna snip this off and do away with it. Because you're the only one who's called for a fortune teller card. Interesting. Okay. So with that, yeah, it's obvious. They're letting us know because these are coming out in their own order that you have released. You're releasing your butterfly. Ooh, you got butterfly spirit power coming in. Talk about a warrior. Wow. This is a warrior. It has like gentle as a lamb, but it's a Pegasus too. Like traveling between the worlds. From your face being down to the earth, not working hard, just nourishing yourself, like bearing your face in the earthiness and like the softness of the earth. And the mounting up with your wings, the full opening of your heart, the empowerment of who you are spiritually. On a soul level, that is the breath of your soul. Not just the breath. Breathe, friend. But the breath of your soul. Doing away with the old tumbleweed, the old snapped off, rolling around, consumed by fire, but never feeling the true passion of who you are, okay? That's stirring your hunger and your will be going, woo! And this is the goldness moon wolf. This isn't a wound here anymore. That is that hunger inside of you seeking to be fulfilled. And with that, we have the jaguar. Seeking to be fulfilled. And you're telling me this is you and you are the fruit of you. Seeking to devour yourself, to taste yourself, to delight in yourself, to taste your own fruit. How do you do that? Discover who you are. Discover who you are. And they're saying, come out of your protective bubble. Okay, these are wisher globes, right? You shake them, the snow globe, you make a wish, that sort of thing. It is a barrier, and it is like hindering your connection to your real feelings. You think you're sending them out, and you are, but they don't make it, and they don't land their target and their mark. Okay, it all ends out here, and it can be seen with some deep perception. But the touching with the mind and being able to receive it fully here on earth, that touching of the earth, the gentle sheep, decide you're worthy of this. Because remember, these are all the messages coming in. This is the one that seems to stop, and it's just sort of like when a plane has to hover overhead till they're told they can land. Spirit says incoming, okay? Incoming, more messages, more delights, more stars of your eyes, okay? So that's deal with. This is not the bubble that they meant for you. Your bubbles, okay? They're around you, not over you. That's not the covering and protection you need, okay? No more projection going on. And here we have the will coming in. There's the repeating of that moon. And this is something to stay with. Keep setting your intentions. Keep communing with yourself. Keep communicating with yourself and asking yourself, where are we at today? Do we have our back turned on the wild blue yonder? Or have we removed our blindfold and we trust ourselves and we're going forth into it? Into our bold, bright, beautiful blue future. Blue, 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 blue. And this is like sad, way, way blue. This is like sky's the limit kind of blue. That's exciting, Gemini. I hope you get in and get on with this reading. Leave your comments and your compliments down below. Whatever you got to say. Let me know what's going on with you. I genuinely am interested. Otherwise, I would not be investing myself in you. I love you. I love listening to your stories and hearing your truth come forward. And I want to see you shine bright. I want our world to be better, more colorful and beautiful because you are in it, satisfied and fulfilled. I love you, friend. Talk soon. Bye.